Bills Mafia Happy Hour, June 6th, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. EST, where we just take a load off. Whether or not you're getting out of school, you're getting out of work, this is our time to collect amongst each other, figure out what exactly is going on with our team, some narratives that need to be addressed. We just pull up handy-dandy Twitter real fast, see what's going on. I know that I had my show earlier today, and that show was basically focused a bit on where the hell Dalvin Cook is going. Spoiler alerts, ladies and gentlemen, I do not foresee Dalvin Cook even sniffing Buffalo whatsoever. I'm sure Brandon Beane made a call just because he's trying to do his due diligence, but I would be absolutely shocked if he ends up signing with this team. I think that we are completely fine when it comes down to the running back room. But anyway, Bills Mafia Happy Hour is always brought to you by Bocce Club Pizza. Hands down, the best pizza in Buffalo, New York. You cannot convince me otherwise. And say, for example, you're not in Buffalo, New York. The best thing is that they ship nationwide. All right. So if you are out of the Buffalo area, or if you have friends, family that were once in Buffalo, but they're no longer, you can actually send them some pizza or merchandise, whatever you feel like, right to their front doorstep via mail. They can, throw it in the oven and get a nice taste from home. Not sure about you guys. I hate pizza in South Carolina. I really do. I haven't found a place that is able to even give me the taste of actual Buffalo pizza. So you best believe that I have ordered several pies, and I plan on doing it each and every single Sunday for when I have my football parties over at the house. So Bocce Club Pizza, hit that link in my description, and they're giving you 15% off if you use the code DAD. Go on ahead, knock that out, Bocce Club Pizza, and say that you ever go to one of their locations, mention my name. Just be like, you know what? Dan Mitchell sent me here. He's telling me it's the best pizza in Buffalo, which shouldn't be a surprise to them. Bocce Club Pizza, make it happen. So I'm talking about. Keeps coming in. Yes, sir. We have my guy, Sean, coming in with my tagline, yo, ho, ho. I'm not even sure how that originated. I'm really not even sure. I think it was back in the day, that stereotypical pirate would say, yo, ho, ho, and a bottle of rum. I'm not really sure when I started doing that, why I started doing that, but here I am. Once again, yo ho ho, Da Mafia, Mugshot Dan, Mark. I know, dude. I know. I feel like I need to get a new picture to put on my thumbnails that does look like I have been arrested. Surprise, surprise. Haven't been arrested in my entire life. I'm gonna knock on wood. I'm not sure if that makes me look cool or if that makes me look like it's like a granola boy. I'm not sure, but your boy does not have a real mugshot. So if that's the mugshot, then that's the mugshot, baby. Let's talk about it. Sean is excited about the new stadium. So am I. Really excited to see all that progress. I'm not sure how much work they've been doing with all that smoke up in New York. I've been seeing pictures, and it looks bad, bro. It looks really bad. As far as the smoke that's just going down the East Coast. Let's just hope that there's a shit ton of rain that Canada is expecting here, because those poor people are losing their houses, losing everything. Prayers up for that community and that area up there. That's devastating. It's devastating. Where I was from, Myrtle Beach, there was actually a terrible forest fire about 10 or 12 years ago, destroyed so many homes, and it's not something to look about. And so if a team in the AFC East gets Cook, they will have the best running back room, 110%. He still got it. Guys still racking up 4 to 5 1,000-yard seasons each and every single year. Whether or not that he goes to the Dolphins, the Bills, the Jets, the Patriots, which, yeah, that would suck. And so Ramondre Stevenson and Dalvin Cook. I mean, I wouldn't even let Mac Jones throw the ball more than 12 times if that was the case, if that room was where it needed to be. Glenn, my guy, thank you so much for coming in. Spin0481 is saying we should take Cook if he comes here on a league minimum deal. I'm not sure if he would, man. He's still 27 years old. And I do know that that's old in running back terms, and many people would consider that to be old in running back terms, but I still think he's worth quite a bit, and I don't think he's going to take a pay cut. And so I know it sounds nice, being oh yeah, I get to play with my brother, or I get to play with a contender at this point. I feel like that's not high priority for him. I feel like he's going to want to go to a team that has some money and pays him what he's valued, because he's coming from a team that clearly just put all the signs on the wall for him. I'm pretty sure the Vikings didn't even put him on any sort of marketing material when they started hyping up that 2023 season. So I feel like he feels disrespected, so he's probably going to want to go somewhere where the dollar signs reflect how much value they see. Sean is saying, I haven't found a good pizza place here in South Carolina yet either. Doesn't exist. It's the water, man. It's the water down here. Like pizza down here, like blows. So I'm talking about Bocce Club Pizza, baby. Order yourself a pie. And say, for example, you're like, you know what, Dan, I'm not sure if Buffalo pizza is that good. You know what? Make some, bro. Order Bocce Club Pizza and tell me what you think. And so you haven't been arrested? What a square. Live a little, go rob a bank, and come back here in 10 years. The 10-year Bills Mafia Happy Hour stream right afterwards. Same thing, man. Same thing. My guy comes in, says it just gets better. It definitely does. Listen, man, Glenn's the guy. Hey, listen, man, Glenn's the guy. He's one of my favorite Dolphins fans, realistic, knows his thing. Has been a great supporter of not only the AFC's roundtable, but also both of my streams, 11 a.m. and then also at 5 p.m. every single day. So I definitely appreciate everybody that comes in, rocks with me, shows me some love. I certainly enjoy doing this. I mean, literally, I just talk to a computer screen and all you guys all the time. Like that's the career path that I have chosen, and it's been working out for me so far. So it's super cool. It rained today in Buffalo and tomorrow. Hopefully that helps out a little bit with the smoke. Zetas is coming in. How are we doing today? And of course we are. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I streamed a little earlier today. I went outside for a run. I hacked up like at least 7 or 8 loogies from like the sinus infection that I have, and I felt good. Now it's starting to creep back up a little bit. I'm going out to dinner in about an hour and some change. I'm going to meet somebody for like a dope ass steak dinner. So I am also looking forward to that as well. So you couldn't even go outside in Binghamton without looking like a train of dump trucks driving by. No, yeah, man. Like some people were telling me that it looks like Silent Hill out there. I'm not sure if anyone's seen that horror movie, Silent Hill, but I heard the smoke is ridiculous. Fry Daddy is coming in saying, Dan, be honest, are you or are you not an alcoholic with a cowboy hat? No, man, I'm a weekend warrior for the most part. And the funny thing is that like I like really don't drink as much as you guys think that I drink, which is pretty funny. And so I work out a lot. I drink one of these each and every single day. So I eat healthy. Like, yeah, like I enjoy going out to happy hour. I enjoy having a couple of beers. But I mean, like, I'm not like, you know, like drinking straight mouthwash every single day. It's like a once a week, maybe twice, just depending on the certain event. But nah, dude, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bill's window is always open as L and good as long as we have Allen. Good defenses don't sell out on one season. Just keep players on that pride to me 1-year contracts. Love it. Holy shit. Yeah. Same thing, man. And so like you guys have heard me say before, I think that there's a difference. There's definitely a difference between a Super Bowl window and then like a roster full strength window. I feel like right now, like we're getting to that point with like a roster full strength window because we're going to have a lot of difficult conversations next year as far as making that happen. So definitely funny. I really, really hope that the Bills are winning the Super Bowl in 2024. Me too, man. Every single year I've been hoping for that. What's up, Dan? What's up, man? Damon, another Dolphins fan that's coming in here showing some love. Frank Clark signed with Denver for about $5.5 million up to $7.5 with incentives. Would you rather have him or Lloyd with what we paid him? It's hard for me not to say that I wouldn't love Frank Clark, right? I think that Frank Clark is an absolute amazing talent. He really is. I'm not sure if Brandon Beane would have paid that amount because remind me in the chat, I'm looking up how much Lawrence Floyd contract was paid. How much was it at least? Or Leonard Floyd, excuse me. Leonard Floyd contract. Yeah, 1 year, $7 million. So with the $2 million incentives from there, like Frank Clark's, wow. Yeah. Looks like that was even more. It's about 5.5, 7.5 in incentives. He had $2 million in incentives, 1 year, $7 million, maximum value 9. So it looks like it was about the same. I'm sure that we were in the conversation. In fact, now that I'm reading this contract, I'm kind of scratching my head as into why didn't we? Oh, man. John D is saying Madden curse will hit and Bills will not win the division. John D, the Madden curse doesn't exist anymore, my friend. Patrick Mahomes broke that curse. Tom Brady won the Super Bowl completely afterwards, and Buffalo's already cursed. Okay? One curse and another curse, they go together. They cancel out. All is well. If anything, this is the best thing that has ever happened to us. And as my boy King Jamie always says, curses are meant to be broken. Silent Hill was good. Silent Hill was wild. And so all we really lost last year was Edmonds and Singletary. We've added Harris, Murray, Ford, Floyd, Rapp, Torrance, Kincaid, plus brought back Jordan Poyer, way better this year. John D says, what sort of question is to ask, are you an alcoholic? Just because he's done a few streams from a bar and so everyone can enjoy a few beers in the weekend? Yeah, dude, like, yeah, bro, listen, I love a good beer. I do, like, from Buffalo, New York, you know what I mean? But yeah, most definitely, man. Like, and so I enjoy it. Like, and so I enjoy having a couple of beers in the weekend. Like I said, and so like, I mean, I'm not drinking mouthwash or anything like that, so I can catch a buzz like at like 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning. So I think I'm good. But say that it ever does happen, bro, I will reach out to you. So I will reach out to you and ask for help if that's the case, motherfucker. Cody. So this is the year, Dan. It has to be too many. This is the year. I've said it 34 times now. This is about to be my 32nd, my friend, my 32nd time. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. And so you get the story. I've been waiting since I was 32 years old for this to happen. I really was. Keith Stewart's coming in saying, I can't wait for the first game of the season. First game in a long time that I get to spend it with one of – oh, dude. He's probably talking about Richie. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, man, I'm so excited to meet you as well. It's going to be a great damn time. Solid situation over at the bar at Reds. And then right afterwards, we're going to be going to the game and then hopefully watching the Buffalo Bills get that week 1 dub. Absolutely crazy. So Clark only shows up in the playoffs. Yeah, dude. And so I think Leonard's pretty consistent. I really hope that he shows up in the playoffs as well. But so Frank Clark doesn't try during the regular season. He is going for a playoff sack record. And the only time he does any work is in the playoffs. Floyd got $7 million with a total of $9 million with incentives. Yeah, so like now that I'm looking at it, it almost looks like that Leonard walked away with a better deal. But then again, I think a lot of you guys are actually, starting to convince me that looks like it was better to go with Floyd and not Frank Clark. Floyd is better than Clark. Spin says Zach. Glenn's coming in saying, what I appreciate about the channel is Dan tries and reads all the comments, good or bad, and comments on them. Yeah, man. If somebody wants to come in and talk some shit, like I'll chirp them back. Man. There's nothing wrong with that. So possible guys that could get traded instead of cuts, Lyman, maybe a corner, Quentin Morris. So Quentin Morris could be released. I feel like with Dalton Kincaid sort of had the writing on the wall at that point because Reggie Gilliam is typically listed as a tight end as well. So I could see Quentin Morris being gone. Linemen, dude, like not many people are safe from like the lineman situations. Like Eli Anku might be somebody that gets and so the release as far as trades are concerned, is it AJ Epinesa? Maybe it's Boogie Basham or something along those lines. I'm not sure if maybe AJ has more upside for a team to actually be willing to put some money into him. But there's really not many trade candidates that I would say are mid-tier players on this team. Oh, man. Okay, so Tyler Commons coming in saying, what are your thoughts on Dorian Williams? Undersized, but has a ton of upside. Nobody is going to replace Tremaine Edmonds, right? Like that size and the athleticism, his ability in the run game. What I do like about Dorian Williams is that although he is undersized, he was an absolute stud when it came to tackling. And that was something the Buffalo Bills have struggled with tremendously. How many missed tackles did this Buffalo Bills team have? I'm pretty sure we were like bottom in the league for overall production I feel like we need athletes like that. I also feel like our defensive tackle, especially our interior defensive line, needs to sort of put in a little bit extra work so the linebackers aren't really relied upon to be that much of a run stopper in the force by itself. So super excited to see, but I'm definitely not expecting like an all-pro sort of year from the guy, but I think he'll do okay. I feel like he'll do. Yeah, he will. John Marlowe says, like buttons smash and hearts floating. My God. Let's talk about it. Hey, Dan, I just got back from the store getting Bills memorabilia merchandise. Go Bills. I love that, man. I love that. I actually dropped quite a few dollars last night on the Bills store. I picked up this solid golf hat, this solid Bills white dad golf hat. As soon as when it gets in, I'll definitely be rocking it during the streams, and I'll definitely be rocking it out in the course too. And so I'm not sure if we have any golfers on here, but hopefully I'll be able to get on the course this weekend. Jordan Smith is saying, do we know how many seats the new stadium will hold? From what I understand, I think it's like 5 to 7,000 less than the current stadium right now. I think that it's less than what we currently have, but it's going to be more compact. I guess that could have changed. That's from what I remember when it was announced. And so do you think the Bills at least still regret letting Edmonds go a little bit, or even with all of the restructures, there's no chance that we would have kept him? I feel like that us releasing Edmonds was certainly a pain, right? Certainly was like a knife right into the hearts. But I feel like if we didn't release Edmonds, we wouldn't have been able to address a lot of the depth concerns that we had, right? So with Leonard Floyd, we brought in safety depth. We ended up addressing a lot via the draft. I feel like without releasing Edmonds, I feel like that we would have been in a much worse place as a team in whole as far as a complete roster. I don't think that we would have had money so to be able to pay a lot of the guys that did come back this year. I don't think that we would have been able to have Poyer. I don't think that there's been a lot of things. So while it sucks that he's gone and while I'll certainly miss his play, I think it was the best move. And I wish nothing but the best for him up in Chicago. So Tyler Commons coming in saying, what is your surprise cut? I'm saying Boogie Basham. Yeah. I'm saying Boogie Basham is probably going to be the surprise cut that I would put in there. Because really any other name wouldn't even be a surprise, right? I mean, I could say Anku, but it's not a surprise. I don't see him doing AJ Epinesa. He may be a trade candidate, but definitely not a release. He's got a market out there. He definitely does. Damon Philpott, my guy, saying, so who do you think Dalvin goes to? As much as I hate to admit this, I have a feeling he's going to be on the Dolphins, man. I have a feeling he's going to go to the Dolphins. I've heard the Denver Broncos were in conversation as well, but I just think it just makes sense for him to go to Miami. It's just going to be a matter of when. Who do you think starts at CB2 despite the questions? I think Elam takes it. So do I. I think that he's earned it, especially during his performance in the playoffs. The only thing is that he really needs to work on his ability in zone coverage because that's what McDermott likes to run. He really does. He's strong in man-to-man situations. Zone, not so much. That's why we ended up seeing Benford out there over Elam at the beginning of the season last year. A strong CB2, I hope that Elam puts out enough, but if McDermott is married right to that zone scheme, might be Benford. So we got Dorian Williams, a 6'2", whoop high. He's 2 less inches, only matters in the pants. He flies around like Maine with more sure feet. Once he gets used to the speed, he won't be tricked as easy. I agree. And so I got pissed with a Bills fan last night. I don't mean angry. What happened, man? What happened? Oh, I love that. Listen, man, us Bills fans, we can throw them back when asked. Tim is saying, Dan, drink some emergency. I'm going to have to, man. I'm thinking about taking a Zyrtec because I'm supposed to go meet up with somebody at this nice steak place in 15, 20 minutes. And I probably shouldn't have like a running nose and me sound like someone's like, yeah, who even knows what's going on with that? But it's going to happen. Just go out there and just blow the hell out of my nose and just make it work. Spin0481 says the current stadium capacity is 71,608. And then the new stadium is 63. Yeah, so I was right. So about 6,000-7,000 less. But apparently this new stadium is not supposed to have a bad seat in the house. It's supposed to be very cool. And so I like the weather protecting roof, whether or not like that you call it. But okay, Mafia King wants me to read his last comment. My bad if I miss it, man. Oh, that's my boy, man. That's my boy. So me and Glenn had a conversation about that. Yards after the catch, where it's at, baby. Where it's at. Bills win the Super Bowl next year. Dude, a Rams fan. When a Rams fan comes in and tells me, when a Rams fan comes in and tries to tell me the Bills are winning it, 110%. 110% ready for it, man. I love that. That is some good stuff. Oh my God, you're trolling me, right? You're definitely trolling me with that one. Every time that man was on our offensive line, I about had a heart attack. Each and every single time that dude was out there. Holy shit. Back to this, Tim is saying that I should drink some Emergen-C. Dude, I think I might actually stop by his CVS and grab some of that. Just take it to the dome. And so I have some vitamin C pills down there too that I think I could probably take before I go. But at least Cody Ford is no more. That's for sure. Brent is coming in saying, with Leonard Floyd signing, where do you see Benford in the mix? Well, Christian Benford, man, I still see him as like cornerback depth. I do know that McDermott prefers a zone scheme over man-on-man. So I could see him splitting snaps with Elam as CB2 this year. I really could. It just all depends on what sort of scheme we're going to get from Sean McDermott this year. Hopefully it's something a little bit different. Oh, Nate's coming in. Man, saying, what up, dude? Just got done with work. Leonard Floyd looks legit for RD. He looks great, man. He looks great. I mean, like, so past couple of years, it's been 10-plus sacks. It's been 10-plus sacks or around 10 sacks. And he's looking good in OTAs, but I'm really excited to see what he can do with actual pads on against like a first-team offense, right, or a first-team offensive line. See what he can really do. Tim, that right there, amazing take. Like, I would say that was my biggest complaint between him and Nyheim Hines. So between him and Nyheim Hines last year, those two were known. For being pass-catching backs. And I can't recall many plays where we utilized them in that scenario. And it was so frustrating. Use those two in the pass-catching game. Use that in the pass attack. That's what they're known for. That's what James Cook was known for in Georgia. That's what Nyheim Hines was known for in Indianapolis. Make it work. I agree with you. Have to utilize your weapons to their best abilities, or otherwise, why the hell are they out there? What Bills jerseys do I have? I have a Thurman Thomas jersey. I have a Jim Kelly jersey. I have a Stephon Diggs jersey. Josh Allen, of course. I have a Matt Milano jersey, which I love. That's one of my personal favorites. And they typically stay in my closet. And like I very superstitiously pick them out based off of the game. And if I lose in one, then it gets retired for a long time. And I don't put it back unless, I don't know, like some other like superstitious reason in my mind that makes me want to. One of the two. Calvin came in and said that I heard McDermott say they started practicing with Benford at safety. I didn't hear like the final word on that. Last time I heard, it was the DB's coach. Who said that he had the size and football IQ to easily be able to make that transition into safety. I hope that's the case. I really do, because I think he was made for the position. I think that he would do very well and give Elam his spot. Hopefully we'll see him take a couple of snaps in so this mandatory minicamp, and then also at training camp coming up in just a little bit. King Jamie the Mad saying, and so did you get permission from the lady to come to week 3 and hang out with us in New Jersey? Dude, I would love to, man. I would absolutely love to come and meet you, have a couple of beers, throw them back. The Bills play exactly at that exact same time, and I have to stream, unfortunately. So I have to stream each and every single game. The only games that I can get away with not streaming is when I'm at the game by itself. So and so I got sponsors and stuff like that, like during the season that like I'm, like I am contractually obligated to be like sitting at my computer, like at my house or like at a bar that has like credible Wi-Fi so that they can hear me appropriately so that their message can come through. There's nothing more than I would love to go back up to New York, hang out with you and Richie and do the thing. But Bill's got to be there, baby. Bill's got to be there. And so almost every time I get a jersey, that player ends up getting traded or released. That's why your best bet is always getting a classic player. Your best bet is always buying like one of the classics. That's why I got a Thurman Thomas, and that's why I have a Jim Kelly jersey. Absolute. So Nate is saying, quick hit, I'm buying Madden 24 just to put it on top of my fridge with the J cereal boxes as well as play. Man, let me tell you what, that game hasn't changed in like 10 plus years. I'm going to buy the digital version, but I'm also going to buy the poster of the actual cover. And so I'm going to hang it up here, like right here as well. Like this right here is my loft. So I really haven't had a lot of opportunity to decorate. But then again, like I do live with someone as well. So I'm going to have to get the green light. And there's some shit I could do. Like just put like a Bills helmet right there or something, and a flag or something, or a green screen. Like maybe put the Bills logo on that TV back there or something. There's shit that I could do to get this working. We'll see what's going on, dude. I need some clear eyes. I need some vitamin C, inspiration. Who even knows? Your Geico bill was just paid. Thank you. So Jordan Smith is saying Hyde, Poyer, Rapp, and Hamlin. And so anyone else for safety or just carry 4. And so I'm fine with 4, but I really hope that we start training Benford into that position so he can make a transition, because I think that he could be a very good safety for us down the road. TD is the GOAT. He is. I love TD. And so I love TD. He's a little delusional, but that's TD Finstock for you. Guys, listen, I'm going to go ahead and wrap. Like I said, I need to get myself right before I go to this steak restaurant. I can't be looking like I was sitting there crying over highlights or something. So love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. EST for Bills Mafia Live. And as always, before I let you go, you better always remember, let's go, Buffa.